Welcome to video 2-1, the elements. This is the first video in unit 2 dealing with atomic theory. What are atoms? Why do we believe they exist? And how do they play a role in today's chemistry classes? This video, however, is all about elements. In this video, you're going to see the 45 different chemical elements you're going to need to memorize for a mastery quiz that will be coming up in about a week. And then you're also from this video going to understand why you need to memorize those 45 different chemical elements. The only key vocab term here is the word symbol. And so as we look at our periodic table, we see it's a very useful tool and resource to chemists worldwide. So useful, I even call it the cheat sheet. The periodic table is a cheat sheet that tells you tons of information, from the way it's arranged to all the data given to you on both the front and the back of the one I gave you in class. We've already learned that the groups or families run up and down and the periods run left and right, and that these elements are aligned this way because of their similar chemical properties. But now we're also going to begin to see that they have a name and a chemical symbol. So if you look in the bottom left of the periodic table I gave you, you will see here that this chemical element has a name zinc, but then its symbol is Zn. The other part you're going to need to memorize for this mastery quiz is the atomic number. The atomic number is simply the number of protons an element has. Again, the atomic number is just the number of protons this element has. So every atom of zinc will have 30 protons clustered together in the nucleus. And so as we look at this periodic table and we begin to understand its use for us, we have to become very familiar with it to the point that we need to memorize it. Because this periodic table will be used over and over again this year in chemical reactions, in the way we name chemicals, and even in the stoichiometry we're going to do, which just simply means more conversion problems down the road. So why memorize it? Because we're going to use it over and over and over and over again. And when you know where these specific elements are at, it will save you tons of time in doing the actual chemistry you'll be learning in the further units. So it's going to help us do the calculations. It's going to help us with naming. It's going to help us with writing out chemical reactions. But really, it's also just going to set a solid base that will be so impressive, your parents will take notice that you are a high-quality student in the state of Indiana. Likewise, when you go to college, you'll be prepared to tackle whatever it is the professor may ask you to do in regards to chemistry. So what are the elements you need to memorize? Starting off, you will see you need to memorize elements 1 through 30. These are the most common, these are the most used, and these are what make up the majority of our world, elements 1 through 30. Next, you're going to notice that I'm basically having you memorize the noble gases and most of the halogens. And then when we move on from there, we will be seeing that the rest of the elements here are certain elements that have symbols like Ag, which is silver, where the symbol and the names don't match up as we would think it would. And so again, all these guys will have unique symbols that don't match up with their name, the noble gases, the halogens, and then even our friend down here, uranium, because he is so popular in our world today. So how are you going to do this? How are you going to get a passing grade on your mastery quiz and be prepared for this year? How are you going to memorize these 45 elements? By good old-fashioned hard work. You can use Quizlet. We will make flashcards in class, which means you need to bring in 45 index cards. You can write them out. I will have blank periodic tables that you can use to spatially help you memorize where these guys are at in their locations. And then one awesome way that a lot of kids seem to like every year is the YouTube videos or learn the song.
And now, ASAP Science presents the elements of the periodic table.
There's hydrogen and helium, then lithium, beryllium.
So that is not my video or my song, but I will post the link below where you can watch that song. It will get stuck in your head, and that will also help you learn the first 30 periodic table elements and even some beyond that. So again, if you didn't catch the whole video, that's a shame because it was that short and not worth watching. But you are to memorize 45 elements, and you're doing it because it's going to help you in the long run. It's going to help you be prepared when it comes to more stoichiometry or conversion problems, which we'll do in this unit. It's going to help you with the naming of chemicals, and it will help you name chemical reactions and explain what's going on. Really, without the knowledge of these 45 elements, you will not be able to do chemistry in this class. Have a great day.